So today is Christmas Eve in China, not in the United States. So when I called my mom this morning, she said, "It is not Christmas Eve." I said, "Okay, well." Anyway, I am on my way to the Chengdu Museum, which, if you saw the last video, I exit the subway into one of the coolest places I've ever suddenly appeared into, Tianfu Square. And in my opinion, the coolest building in that whole square is the museum, which I discovered by walking up there and seeing that it was a museum. I thought it was some kind of theater house or something. It looks kind of like that. Really, really cool building. I'm going to film it obviously in a couple minutes. It's 10 minutes walking away. But yeah, today I'm not going to do the pandas because I was reading last night, and the pandas, which, if you're not familiar, Chengdu has a world-renowned panda research base. I think it's about 45 minutes away from the main city, and it's a huge attraction. Many Chinese people who live in China, Chinese people, that's why they come to Chengdu. Kind of like how people go to Florida for Disney, people go to Chengdu for the pandas. So I definitely want to see the pandas. Those pandas are most active, I guess, in the morning when it's cold. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up early and get there. It opens at 8, and it's going to be Christmas Day, and it is open on Christmas Day. So tomorrow I'm going to do the pandas. I'm going to skip the giant Buddha statue. There's another city about an hour on the magnet train away from here. Possibly 2 hours if I take a D train, which is the most common train there. So that would burn 4 hours plus, 2 hours there at least. It'd burn most of the day. So I think I'm going to skip the giant Buddha statue. And today I'm going to make it to the world's largest mall, which somebody on YouTube, I can't believe people are commenting on my YouTube videos. The reason I'm filming this is for myself. I thought YouTube, if I want to show one of my friends, I can't put a 2-hour footage video on Instagram. I'll put it on YouTube and then they can see it. And I thought it was getting 0 views, but people are commenting, and a lot of the comments are really helpful. And somebody said, "Hey, if you're going to be in Chengdu, you got to go to this huge mall thing." So yeah, I'm going to that. It looks really cool. There's a water park in it and 2 hotels inside of it. Anyway, I'm going to do that, and then I got a ticket to the face-changing opera, which, if you saw the last video last night as I was walking around, I'm kind of getting the feeling that Chengdu is an affluent city, or at least many affluent people live here, because a lot of the ticket prices for things to do in Chengdu are much more expensive than they are in the other cities I've gone to. For example, this opera ticket, it's a face-changing opera. The ticket's $35, which is, that's pretty standard for Western prices. That's more than triple the highest cost I paid $11 for something in Nanjing, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah, there seems to be a lot of money here. I saw a Maybach driving around. I saw a Rolls Royce last night. So I think there's a significant wealthy presence in Chengdu. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm obviously, this is my first time in China. I'm ignorant to 99% of the things I see. So this is just the vibe I'm getting. But I'm going to go to that tonight, and they breathe fire. And I think we get a free massage or something. I don't know how that works, but that's the plan. And then there's a couple cool sites that I want to check out. The Wide and Narrow Alley, it's called, which that just sounds cool. I don't know what that's going to be, but it could be pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm gonna hit as many things as I can today. It's 11 or something right now, and I want to see some Christmas decorations. Maybe there's a Christmas event or something like that. I'm not sure, but for now, I'm on the way to the opera. It's about 10 minutes walking away, and the city is pretty busy in the morning. There's a lot of activity going on for Christmas Eve. That's a new one. I've seen thousands of scooters in China, and I've never seen one like this. I've definitely seen the smaller foldy ones, but that is a unique scooter for China. One thing I noticed here too, in the 6 cities, 7, however many cities I've gone to, is 99% of the men here have super fresh haircuts, like young all the way to old. It's kind of like in America, if you live near like a lot of a Mexican community, you see the same, like hair always super fresh fade constantly. Like I barely ever, look at this guy. He's hanging out, walking around. Probably got a haircut this morning, so. I got a haircut. I paid $3.50 for it, US. I think that's one of the reasons, once a week they probably just get their haircut. And like every guy that I look around has fresh haircut, on point. And the women are extremely fashionable. Like if I go out, I feel like a slob. I mean, I'm not dressed terrible. I'm just wearing like jeans and a collared shirt or something. But the women are extremely fashionable. Like. Super nice outfits. They definitely dress up very well, present themselves well. You can see over there on the corner of that Mao statue platform, there's one of those like military troop carrier type things, like massive police tank thing. That was there last night. And if you watch the last video, in this square at rush hour, there's an enormous police presence. Like, so here's, I don't know if she's a cop or something, but every 50 feet maybe there's cops. In the subway there's cops everywhere. All over the road there's cops. Near that tank there was a cop, serious looking cop with some kind of rifle. So I thought that maybe there was going to be like a demonstration or something, but I was around this area for a while and I think it's just typical. Like here's the police, I don't know what this is, checkpoint or something. This guy's got a unique walk, huh? Gotta take a poop or something. More police. So this square is heavily policed. I'm not exactly sure why in particular. There's about the same police presence in China as I see in America, but this square in particular is the most heavily policed I've seen in my travel so far. So I am looking for the passport office. Everywhere you go, if you're a foreigner, when you get a ticket to something like this that's governed by the state, so all the state governed things, they have this right here is actually a QR code, the circular thing, and it opens up WeChat, and you can't use Alipay. You use WeChat, and it opens up the state website. Then you need to become their friend, like follow them. and there's a services section, and that services section requires a Chinese phone number. So even if you have a Chinese phone number, I looked into it, if you're a foreigner, you still need to show your passport, because all of these Chinese people are going to show their ID card, their Chinese government issued ID card. So I'm going to go and try to get a ticket from the passport ticket person first, which has got to be close, right? I talk about this in the other videos, but in China, everything is using your phone. All payment, everything, you need to have your phone. So obviously charging is a huge problem if you don't have your phone charged. So all over the place, you can rent these. These are little phone chargers. And most of them I've seen are owned by Meituan. Meituan is a mega app. Basically, like when I take bikes in my videos, they're Meituan bikes. When you order food at a restaurant, you're using Meituan. Delivery services, Meituan. Half the scooters on the street are drivers for Meituan. This one is not Meituan. And the one thing I'm still trying to understand is, oh, this is an audio guide. Okay, I'm an idiot. That's an audio guide. But they do have charging stations, which require you to scan a QR code. So if your phone's out of battery and you want to buy a charging dock, I don't really know what you're supposed to do. That's a chicken and egg thing, right? So either way, this is inside the museum here. People getting some hot water or something. It's very warm in here.
请握紧扶手，注意脚下安全，请不要贴近扶梯边缘，请放。早在旧石器时代，这里有人类居住，以保温只存在。
This thing weighs 8.5 tons. That feels like how much I weighed after eating that McDonald's fried chicken. But look at all these holes in it. It's got these, I don't know what that is. You can see there's like some graffiti, like markings on it, but these holes, it's like I mean, this thing is solid stone, so somebody like attempted to drill these holes in the side. Kind of cool. These are from the Han Dynasty in 220 BC.
扶梯，不要看手机，请照看好身边的老人和小孩，谢谢。
这个工艺做的多精细，这个好。
软底鞋与扶梯缝隙发生摩擦，造成损坏。
你看这一个没了，还有火车场，谁的这个？半途哎，人家这多，谁查的好的你？
All right, that was the top floor. So pretty cool. I'm gonna go to Matchmaking Corner. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like a dating thing. But I'm gonna head there. I guess I can walk, so it'd be cool to check out the square again. I can't get enough of that square. It's so huge. It's really cool. But yeah, Matchmaking Corner is next. You know this place is good. I think that might be the rabbit. The Sichuan rabbit. Okay, so this is one of the things that I came to Chengdu for. This is rabbit meat. Chengdu is famous. Sichuan rabbit meat is famous here. So I didn't get the head. That's a little bit exotic for me. I paid about $2.50 for this. Okay, wow, they're hard. This is little rabbit meat pieces. It's very hard and dry. It's not hot at all. Like temperature-wise, it's not hot. It's indistinguishable from chicken. This could be chicken. It's good. It's just like spicy Kung Pao chicken, basically. Thought it would be hot. It's pretty good. It's not gamey at all. It tastes exactly like kind of hard, dry chicken. If you've ever had this, let me know. Is this the right one to get? I mean, that place looked pretty legit. It was a whole rabbit shop. And you saw the heads. Selling the heads. I think it has bones in it. Yeah. Rabbit bone. Okay, my verdict is, it's okay. I don't think I'll go out of my way again to order rabbit, like a special rabbit restaurant or something. As far as like weird exotic meats go, I would definitely put it behind like, if you've ever had alligator, or sometimes you can get like snake. In Florida, we have frog legs. Like when I first ate frog legs, I was like, oh, this is weird. And then you eat one and I was kind of like, damn, this is pretty good. This was just whatever. Like if you're in Chengdu, if you're in Sichuan, the whole region, and you accidentally miss eating the rabbit meat, I don't think you miss much. It's kind of like, it's whatever. This is People's Park, and in this park there's a section where parents and older Chinese people will post like dating profiles, basically paper dating profiles for their children, and looking for, I guess, an arranged marriage or blind dates. I'm not exactly sure what the setup is here, but I gotta find that. It's a bunch of umbrellas, and then there's like notes clipped all over, and people just go and they look at it. It has like their income. We'll try to read some and see exactly what's on it, but that's going to be pretty cool to check out. Here's another one of these vlogger people. I see them pretty often. They've got some chat going and they're just talking to it or something.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Chengdu.
There was a Chinese man there that I just spoke to for about 10 minutes. And a lot of Chinese people say hello when I walk by. This guy says hello. And then he starts speaking. This guy, he's 56. He's never been out of China. He lives in Chengdu his whole life. And he sounded exactly like a Midwestern American. With the, if you're American and you're watching this video, like somebody from maybe Wisconsin or something. Like a perfect accent like Wisconsin. And it was just blowing my mind because he has never been in the United States. Just learned English from talking to English speaking friends in Chengdu. And it was kind of impressive. He's a really nice guy. So he told me where this matchmaking blind date corner is, and it's in this direction. So I don't know if there's an exit. Yeah, there's an exit here. So if I just keep walking this way, I'll find it. But yeah, that was really nice. Everybody that I've talked to that knows English here is unbelievably friendly. Which, if you've been in the Midwest, Midwestern people are like almost too friendly, so friendly. So maybe that's why he sounds like that. There's a bunch of paper or something up here. This might be it. Yeah, this is definitely it. So I'm not sure what these numbers mean, but this is non-sheng. So this is men. So here's some guy who's single. And he's 39. Mate selection criteria. Contact carefully so as not to be cheated. So they're talking about being catfished here. So it's hard to tell if these women reading these are serious. They look like they might kind of be. They're looking at them. She's got her phone out. So the pink ones are up there. So men are blue and women are pink. So that's the universal color system apparently. I would have expected there to be less women ones. That's the spitting that you'll see everywhere. A lot of the older men do it. This blogger girl is in another spot. Live streamer. I notice a lot of girls in China are wearing these like peach colored stocking things. It seems like the younger girls, that's a new fashion item. Anyway, I am leaving the park and I'm going to go to Qingyang Palace, which is supposed to be really cool. It's about 15 minutes away on one of the rental bikes from People's Park. Here's more panda stuff. A lot of panda themed things in Chengdu because the panda research base is a major tourist attraction here. So yeah, my goal now is to find a way out of the park and get one of those bikes and go to the palace. This guy's got some crazy cigar pipe. Also with the fashion here, in all the cities, Shanghai, Nanjing, Hangzhou, Xiamen, this one, Chengdu, I pretty frequently see Chinese people wearing a baseball cap, just a regular cap that says Colorado on it. I've never seen any other state, not a city, just, it's not massive, it's not like the girls wearing the peach leggings thing, but I see a pretty good amount of this hat that says Colorado on it. So I don't know if it's like a fashion trend here, or if a lot of Chinese people specifically visit Colorado, but I just noticed that. It's kind of a little strange, right? That they would have this one state, I'm not bashing Colorado. Colorado is great, but it's interesting. I can't explain it. I have no idea why. These are the Meituan power banks I was trying to talk about at the museum. You scan this and you take the power bank out. So you have to anticipate that your phone's gonna die and then get one of these, because you cannot use cash. So if your phone is dead, you're cooked. But these are everywhere. So I think you take one and you charge your phone, and then you just return it to another one when you find it, and it charges you. I don't know I don't see a price on there, but that's how it works. And you see a lot of people walking around with them for sure, because you need your phone for absolutely everything. You can't pay. I was able to pay with cash for one thing ever, and it was kind of like a hassle for the people for me to pay with cash. And exchanging your US currency for cash is not nearly as simple as people told me, who I think visited longer than like 10 years ago. I have some friends that visited China like maybe 10 years ago, and they said, oh, every hotel can exchange for RMB. That is not the case. 0 hotels that I've been to offer an exchange from US currency to RMB, and many banks that can do it, they said, but it would take over an hour. So if you want to do it, what I did is you should go to Bank of China specifically, and they'd do it, and it took about 30 minutes. You have to sit there. There's a huge process with your passport. It's not simple. You don't just hand somebody $300 or whatever and then get the equivalent in RMB. It's not like that. So your phone here is everything, and that's why they have these chargers, because they recognize that. Like if you want to be a cashless society and you want to require people to have their phone for, there's not even a Metro card, right? There's no physical card for the Metro that you can use. You can't take a cab and give the guy cash. You have to use your cell phone. So cell phone is big here, and that means that charging it is very important. This is crazy. It's a green light. Got the ticket. This was 5 RMB, which is less than $1. And this is the temple, it seems like. The paper money sank. Look at how big this step is. So this brand right here, this old bald man brand, that is the brand that had the best snack that I've had in China so far. They don't have it here, but it's like this, basically. It's this product here, but this brand. If you're ever in China and you find that, eat it. It's so good. There's two dogs over here, and this little white one doesn't know if the brown one wants to be friends, I think. He's shy. So this area is the Dufu thatched cottages, and this is the museum right here. But all that stuff I just rode my bike past is the regular park, I guess, and that looks way cooler. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is walk through this park and check out that lake and stuff. And looks like there's people running, and even on this side of the river it looks like there's really massive single family homes or something. I'm not quite sure what that is, but they look like residences, and they're not big enough to be hotels, so I think it's like a rich neighborhood or something. But this is a really cool park. I'm gonna walk around. The temperature's dropping a lot. It's probably maybe high 40s right now, maybe 50, but in this area specifically it's very cold. I just saw these two middle-aged women struggling to lift this elderly woman in a wheelchair up the stairs, and so I was like, "Wo bang ni men, wo bang ni men," and we all lifted it together, and I said, "Jayo," which means like let's go, and high-fived. It was pretty fun. I didn't film it obviously because I needed to use both hands, but it's fun to just meet people randomly like that in China. So I was looking up the panda tickets, and there are actually two panda things in Chengdu. One is the Panda Research Breeding Base. This lady is really yelling. Look at this. That's a lot of fish. One is the Panda Research Breeding Base that's in the city. And it's like a building, and there's a ton of people there. The other is at the base of this mountain that I am pretty sure is where the world's largest hot pot restaurant is, that they were talking about in the Lazy Chinese video. There's a special fruit that's only in China that exists there. And there's beautiful mountain hiking about 15 minutes by taxi from there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to get up very early and take a high-speed rail. It's about an hour and 45 minutes away from Chengdu, and do the Panda Valley mountain pandas, where it's not a research base. They're like living so that they can be reintroduced into the wild. in their natural habitat, which is way cooler. And then do those. I really want to hike in Chengdu. And there's a YouTube commenter mentioned that there's a Tianfu Greenway, which is like a 100-kilometer long thing. But I don't believe that's a mountain hike. I think that's more like a curated trail that goes a bunch of places. These hikes near the Panda Valley Mountain are real mountain hikes, so that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. And then take the high-speed rail back and spend the last night in Chengdu. So I think that is my plan for tomorrow. So for today, there's one more spot I'm gonna hit, and then go to the face-changing opera, which is supposed to be really cool. And then I'm gonna go to the world's largest mall, which looks awesome. And then after that, because we have to get up really early tomorrow, I'm going to stop by this bookstore that's supposed to be really crazy architecture. That's actually in my last video, if you saw, there's this really huge retail area called IFS, and there's like a huge panda statue climbing up the building. Anyway, it's in that. I didn't know it was in there, but that's really close to the hotel. So I'm gonna probably take the metro back from the world's largest mall, go and check out that bookstore, and then that'll be it for tonight. And then early morning tomorrow for the Panda Valley Mountain. So I just found this Hello bike. It's the first one I've seen like this, and it has a cell phone holder so you can see your navigation. This is awesome.
求一下呀。弄出来了就这样。
There's an overwhelming smell in here, like a kind of sour smell. So in that museum and in a couple of the areas that I've been to so far, there are these like riot stations for the police. So Chengdu continues to be the most heavily policed city that I've been to by far. I didn't film it, but I passed this, I don't know what you'd call it, not a palace, but like an incredibly beautifully well-kept area with this long drive filled with huge trees lining it and cars going in and out, and outside of it was this military station with not cops but guys in like the brown camo actual combat helmets and huge assault rifles holding them like actual military standing outside of it. So I'm not quite sure what that was, but there's a lot of military and police presence in Chengdu. Bike over there with the cell phone holder for maps here. I'm gonna get that one. See what I'm talking about? I talked about that in the last video, but some of the aloofness is just insane.
给发的不差，你们说的不对了吧？再放份白干。下个你们不就白了吗？白啥？这啥？
各位光临，豆花、冰糖葫芦、光辉火山糖。
You can get this sandwich where the bun is rice. And it looks like there's soy sauce on the top of it. It's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm actually eating lunch for once. This is Deco's, the fast food place that I was told is awesome. And this is a seaweed chicken thing. And it comes with a pepper packet. So it comes with gloves, and I guess you put this glove on so your hands don't get dirty and you don't use utensils. I'm gonna try it. So it has bones in it. It's very sweet. It's got like sugar or honey on it. It's okay. It's like KFC, but like sweet. Okay, I got the ticket. There's a little machine in the back and you put your phone number in after I bought the ticket on trip.com. And I believe the opera is this way, they're saying.
Experience the theatrical makeup and dressing
cool.
of the actors. And enjoy
this one is yours.
massage and
This one. Okay.
So I'm pretty far away for a VIP. You can't really see much in the camera, I don't think. You get tea and these sunflower seeds, and you get to pick between 5 things. It's like dessert, they clean your ears with that weird thing, a back massage, which I almost picked. You can wear a costume during the event, they give you a costume to wear, or a souvenir. So I picked souvenir because I think my nieces and nephews might be in California when I fly back. So I'll give them whatever it is. Maybe it's something cool. They sell these fake Labubus. I don't know anything about Labubu, but I know that it's like hot right now in December 2025. So I was thinking about maybe buying some of those because I know some of my friends with young daughters, they want the Labubu so bad. 100% of the people in here are just talking the entire time during all of the shows. This is the souvenir you get. Kind of a cool little bag. I'll give that to my mom or something. It was definitely an interesting show. I personally think it probably wasn't worth the price that I paid. It was much more expensive than any of the other ticketed things I've done in any other cities, and I just don't think it was worth that much. So, not to say that it was bad or anything, but if you're in Chengdu and you're sort of pressed for time, I would say you can skip that one. And also, I gotta say that the adult behavior at something like that is, I think, if we're comparing cultures, I don't think I would have experienced that level of rudeness in the West. Like, there's a woman playing an instrument, and there's like multiple adult groups of people, not kids. Like, sometimes, you know, the kids are just going to be doing what they're doing. They don't know any better. But groups of adults just having a full volume conversation during the middle of a show is not acceptable. And, in the West, occasionally that will happen, but everybody knows that it's rude, and it's not the way it should be in the West. And so I think that that's definitely a criticism that I have here, is my experience in something like that, where I don't know if that's, maybe I caught like a unusually disrespectful crowd, but I don't want to go to a movie here for sure and see something like that that just really ruins the show for everybody else and they don't care about anybody. But I understand the cultural differences, like the spitting. I kind of get it, that it's just, it's just different, right? But I think rudeness like that, where some woman is putting on a performance for a whole crowd of people, and you're just, talking about whatever when other people are trying to watch, that's universally rude. So I didn't necessarily like that very much, and I just wanted to mention it on camera because I'm here experiencing it, and I want to remember when I rewatch this video what I thought about everything as I was going through it. And it was almost to the point of being unwatchable. Like within the first 15 minutes I was very close to just leaving because I was thinking, what's the point, right? Like if it's going to be like this. But the other performances were much more loud, and so you couldn't really tell that people were talking, but it was like 90% or more of all the people, including all the adults, they were there in groups of other adults. Dude, what's up? Just continually nonstop talking the whole time. So yeah, that's gotta stop somehow. Like that culture needs to be faded out, that section of the culture, because it's just the young Gen Z guys love Americans. They say, hello, what's up, how are you? Two guys just rode by. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. It's definitely possible that is uncommon, and I just had an unusual experience. But I only have the experiences that I have, right? So that's my comment on the opera and the ticketed event show that I just went to. So this mall is called Global Center. So I'm trying to find the exit. It says Global Center, but it does not. I feel like these anime girls are going to the mall, so I'll just follow where they're going probably. Okay, that's a pretty big building. I don't think I've ever seen a building this big. I know Merchandise Mart in Chicago is some kind of record, but it's not this tall. This building is as tall as a skyscraper, but it takes up multiple city blocks. It's huge. It smells really good, like jasmine or candles or something. Wow. The first thing I notice is that it's really cold in here. Like, it almost feels like it's outdoors, kinda, and there's a breeze in the inside of this building. We're not outdoors, but I guess it's so big that it's just got wind in it or something. If anybody knows who this is Ultraman. And me and my brother, when we were growing up, we had this Japanese TV channel or something, and we were obsessed with Ultraman. All I wanted to be when I grew up was Ultraman. That's awesome. Look at how popular this place is right here. It's a conveyor belt. Just every single seat is packed in there. So I guess there are wings in here, but there's a water park and hotels, and I want to see what those look like on the inside of a building. I guess we're in the mall wing right now. There's a whole ice rink in here. I have no idea where a water park could be. So I was definitely in the big center area. And when you walk in, the first like 3 floors, I guess you call them, are definitely a mall. And then you can ride this escalator way up to the top. And that's where that arcade and the skating rink and the, I guess like as a movie theater or something, that's what they are. And then I'm walking this way and it's like another mall, so I want to see the water park pretty bad. I thought I saw a hotel, but I'm pretty sure it was just the reception to the skating rink, so I want to see those things. I kind of saw a picture of the, like a helicopter view of this building, and the inside where I just was, I could see, and then around it is a ring, giant ring of what looks like office space or something. So maybe the water park's in there. I'm not sure. Okay, I asked the person, and it is in this building, and it's somewhere back where I just came from, down 1 level, I guess. But I may actually eat at one of these restaurants. These actually look pretty good, the ones on this floor, and there's a lot of people in them, so they must be pretty good. Okay, it took a couple tries, but I was able to successfully order. This LED thing is making the camera all crazy. But this was Dianping. So if you watch my first Shanghai video, I couldn't order because Dianping was a problem. But I know that I can order on Meituan, but Dianping, I was allowed to order on it, but I couldn't pay online pay. So I needed to go to see the waiter and then scan here. But I think everybody has to do that at this restaurant. So we're eating in this giant mall. It looks pretty good. There's a lot of people here. And I got some kind of like, I got a beef, a chicken, and then some kind of crazy thing that was translated to smoothie. But it's like it's like sour bean smoothie. I don't know. It could be kind of cool. So I'm interested to see what it's like. And they bring out these like, I don't know what this is. It's like a chip straw, but it's good. They're probably real bad for you, but whatever. I'm on vacation. So this restaurant gave me a Christmas card because I'm an American. And in China, I learned this in my vocabulary. There's a thing called red envelope, and it's got $1 in it. And like, I guess if you get a red envelope as a Chinese, it means that you're getting money in it. So that's pretty cool. Nice. Okay, I may have ordered more than I expected. This is like 3 whole like personal dishes, so I cannot eat all this. But this is the smoothie, it was called. I think this is beef, and this might also be beef or chicken or something. But this is a ton of food for one person. It smells really good. That was pretty good. The food at the malls here is legit. It's like in America, I think the malls, you normally have like garbage food. It'll be like a Dairy Queen or something. But there's definitely some nice shopping areas in America. Like if you've ever been to Palm Springs, right? Go to Palm Springs and there's like world-class restaurants in shopping areas, not like a mall, but the restaurants in malls, in all the malls I've been in, are pretty cool. I think there's a lot bigger mall culture here. People just go hang out at the mall, adults. And so I think that the market for restaurants is probably better. Who knows? But that place was good. So here's the water park. It's kind of tiny on the end of it, but it's closed now because it's like 8:30 o'clock. It's 8:30 at night, so kind of cool. Anyway, we've seen a bunch of malls. I'm ready to get out of here. There's a cool lake apparently over in this area. This allegedly is the sort of the Silicon Valley area in China. Like Alibaba is headquartered here, a couple other tech companies I can't recall, and the financial business tech buildings are in this area. So that's why there's like skyscrapers and a lot of economy in this area, because all the tech bros work here, I guess. So there's some pretty cool, there's a lake over here, and then there's maybe one spot where there's some pretty cool skyscrapers to check out. So I'm going to do that, and then tomorrow I'm getting up at like 6 in the morning because I'm going to go to the Panda Valley mountain area and then try to do a cool hike up in that area. I guess there's a couple within 10 minutes of the Panda area, and that should be really cool. But it takes about an hour to get there. It's like 40 minutes on the subway, and then I need to take a high-speed rail for 30 minutes to the town that it's in, because it's outside of Chengdu. So somehow I need to find a rental bicycle. Somehow, surely they must exist somewhere around here, but I don't see any around the perimeter of the giant mall. Some crazy building shooting laser beams in the sky over there. I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera. Step 1, done. This is Qingyang Lake. Just kind of a suburban lake park. I think I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Looks like it's nice to run in though. There's a lot of runners. Alright, so that was worth seeing, I guess, just to check it out. we're in the area, so why not? I'm going to go to Jincheng Square now, and if it's anything like Tianfu Square, it's going to be awesome. But this is the last place I'm going, and then I'm going to take the metro back to the hotel. So here there are 4 different mopeds you can rent. I'm going to try to, or 5 different brands of mopeds. I'm going to try to get one. At least 2 of them wanted me to scan my passport and all that, and it's almost 9:30, which is, I'm already supposed to be heading back to the hotel now because tomorrow morning's going to start very early. But yeah, it's not worth getting one of those mopeds. Damn, it would have been sweet, but you know, it's 15 minutes on this bike, so I'm just going to take the bike. It's Jincheng Plaza is where we're going, Jincheng Square. It feels like I am just out in the suburbs, like if you've ever been to Atlanta, like Sandy Springs area, but this road, the bike lane, is right next to this road where I'd guess the speed limit's like 40 or 45. And before I finish this thought, look at how many bikes are right here. This might be the most I've seen in China so far. This just keeps going. And the other side is exactly like this. Look at this. Look how many bikes there are. Just row after row after row. But yeah, this feels really sketchy. The way that they don't police the cars parked in the bike lane here and having to go into the actual traffic lane is really dangerous. I do not like doing that. And it's late and dark, and the distance between these lights on the road is not very close, so it's pretty sketchy weaving into the actual traffic lane where cars are coming. And I don't really like that. So Chengdu by far has the least bike and scooter infrastructure of all the cities that I've been in so far. The top one is probably Shanghai, and this one is by far at the bottom. Like way less than half of the roads, even in the really popular Tianfu Square area, are totally segregated. Like, look at this car right here, just parked in the bike lane near this park next to a police station, and now I have to go swerve into the lane. It's really sketchy. I do not like doing that. It's just like in the United States, like the way that most cyclists get hit is you either ride on the shoulder and you have to move into the lane because the road has potholes in it and it's impassable in front of you, or you get swiped. So like if I'm crossing an intersection and somebody's taking a right, that's like the number one way people get hit on bikes. So I do not like having to swerve into this lane with these cars going this fast. Look at how massive that mall is. You can't even see the end of it on the camera, barely. The road here is way more busy, and there's cars parked in the bike lane, like you can see right there. So I'm just right on the sidewalk. It's not worth it. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm like right next to the mall again. I should have just went to the square first, because the square is literally right across the street from the mall. So it's this lit up area that I'm walking to right now. It looks pretty cool, actually. I have no idea what's in there. It might be a big park. It's definitely a big something. And there's like these water towers or like smokestacks there. I don't know if you can see that. I think they might be dripping water and they're lit up. It looks really cool. You can kind of see in the camera. Looks like there's a really cool lit up area here and even more retail down there, even though there's a huge mall. It's Christmas Eve right now, by the way. This is a circus. There's a cat. I want to find those colored towers with the water shooting down them. I think they're over this way somewhere. Yeah, so this whole submerged retail area, giant mall, is right across the street from that world's largest mall. And then if you watch the last video, the IFC mall was next to another mall. And I would see like a Prada store, and then walk down the street and there's another Prada store, and then walk down a little bit and there's a third one. And it was like that for a lot of stores, and this is the same. Like, I think there were multiple instances of several stores in this big mall, and then here there was definitely the same franchises. So the Chengdu must be like the retail capital of China or something, because even Shanghai, they had malls, but it wasn't like this where there was like 3 malls right next to each other with all the same stores. There's water falling down all around them. So that was definitely better than the lake, Jincheng Lake. If you're ever in Chengdu, maybe skip the lake. But this is pretty cool. You know, it's just the retail does get old, but I gotta say, in Chengdu, it really is like spectacular lights and scale. IFC was cool. This was really cool with all the Christmas stuff. We got a Christmas card from the restaurant. That was cool with $1 in it. Let's go. Yes, so I am going to walk across the street again back to the giant mall because that's where the subway is. So it looks like it's about the same time to get home, either taking a cab or the subway. So I'd rather just take the subway and not have to deal with... I have to use WeChat when I take a cab, and WeChat really is a lot less reliable because the mini app interface crashes. So if you bring up like the bike riding or Didi, it's embedded in WeChat app, but if you ever go off of that app, like if I want to check like my email or look at Instagram, if I go on any other app, 50% of the time I would say when I go back onto WeChat to bring up the Didi thing where I'm in the guy's car, you know, and I have to confirm or whatever, it's gone. Which is really annoying. So maybe I'll try to download the Didi app. I'm pretty sure it's going to only be in Chinese, just like Meituan is and Dianping, but it might just be easier to do it that way. But yeah, okay, onto the subway. There's that building in the distance with the crazy lasers going out of it, right there. Pretty cool. I've never gone this way. I'm not sure where I am. Hopefully we pop out in that square. One of those places that I ate at last night over on that corner is really good. It's called like Mama something. Grandma's Foot or something like that. Or it was nearby there somewhere. This store is awesome. I didn't film in there, but it's like a whole bunch of stuff that you don't really see that often in other stores, like almonds. Almonds are kind of hard to find here. And then it had like these little a la carte by weight snacks of like every kind. You get like cookies and meat snacks and almonds and cashews. They had this like a lot of stuff that was crab roe flavored. I almost bought it, but I don't want to be like popping some kind of stink chip open on the high-speed rail tomorrow, so I didn't get it, but I might try it tomorrow, get some and try them out. All right, well, I'm back at the hotel right across the street. I would say today was a successful day with Chengdu. Definitely saw a lot. It's a lot different than the other cities in my opinion, and it's cool to kind of get away from the East Coast where most of the Chinese people live, and just like America, most of the Americans live on the East Coast, and see Sichuan. And tomorrow I'm going to go to the, like I said, bunch of times in this video, to the Panda Valley, I guess is the official name, which is at the base of a mountain. So I'm really excited to do that. I don't remember the last time I woke up at 6. It must have been 4 or 5 days ago in Nanjing or something. But I'm ready to go to bed. I'm actually exhausted finally. I ate normally today instead of like some kind of weirdo where I only eat once. Okay, until next time.